America is bombing Iran. Missiles are flying, bases are burning, and at the exact same time, Washington is quietly lifting sanctions on Iranian oil. The U.S. Treasury Secretary stands at a podium and says, "We are removing sanctions on Iranian crude to protect American gas prices." Let that sink in. The country you are at war with, you are now paying to keep selling oil. This is not a mistake. This is not incompetence. This is the most cynical calculation in modern warfare. And it all comes down to one tiny island most people have never heard of. Kharg Island is a flat, unremarkable piece of land in the Persian Gulf. 30 square kilometers, a few thousand people, almost no strategic depth. And yet, 90% of all Iranian oil exports flow through it. Every barrel that funds the Iranian military, every dollar that keeps the regime alive, every shipment that China, India, and Syria depend on, it all passes through one terminal on one island. Washington has been talking about Kharg openly in briefings, in leaks, in think tanks. The logic seems clean. Capture Kharg, cut off Iran's money, force a deal. So why hasn't it happened? Because the plan has three fatal problems. Problem number one, you can't get there. Iran has spent decades turning the Persian Gulf into a kill zone. Missile batteries, drone swarms, coastal artillery, fast attack boats. The U.S. Navy has already pulled its fleet far from the Iranian coastline, specifically to avoid this. To land on Kharg, you first need to destroy every Iranian strike system in the region. That operation alone would take weeks and massive casualties. The 5,000 Marines reportedly heading to the Gulf, that's not enough to take a heavily defended island. That's enough to start a story. Problem number two. Iran will burn it down. Assume the U.S. somehow gets there, captures the terminal, plants the flag. What does Iran do? Option A, surrender, accept U.S. terms, capitulate. This regime has survived 40 years of sanctions, isolation, and war. They will not capitulate over one island. Option B, send 500 missiles into Kharg and burn it to the ground. Iran loses its export terminal temporarily. The U.S. loses hundreds of soldiers permanently. Oil prices spike to levels that make today look calm. And Tehran gets to say, "We destroyed what you stole." Problem number three. Kharg doesn't solve Hormuz. Here's the part nobody talks about. Kharg Island is at the far end of the Persian Gulf. The Strait of Hormuz, the actual choke point, is 200 kilometers away. Capturing Kharg doesn't open Hormuz. Iran controls Hormuz from the mainland, with missiles, with islands, with geography. To fully open the strait, the U.S. would need to seize the entire Iranian coastline along the strait. That's not a raid, that's a ground invasion. So what is this war actually about? This war is not being fought over territory. It's not being fought over ideology or democracy or human rights. This war is being fought over the number on a gas station screen. The White House knows that if oil prices go high enough, inflation returns, approval ratings collapse, and the political cost becomes unbearable. So Washington made the only calculation that makes sense politically. Keep bombing Iran to look strong. Keep Iranian oil flowing to stay in power. Iran, meanwhile, is playing its own game. It keeps the strait partially blocked, enough to keep prices high. It keeps selling oil, enough to fund the resistance. It uses its geography as a weapon that never runs out of ammunition. The island of Kharg isn't just an oil terminal, not a weapon of mass destruction, a weapon of economic destruction. And both sides know it.
So here's where we are in March 2026. America is at war with Iran and funding it simultaneously. Iran controls the choke point and is getting rich from the crisis it created. The world is watching oil prices and hoping nobody makes a mistake. Washington has two options on the table. Option 1, economic collapse at home from a real oil shock. Option 2, a humiliating deal with Tehran that Tehran can walk away from anytime. There is no clean exit from this. And the island of Kharg will be at the center of every decision that comes next. So I want to ask you directly, and what does that mean for the price of everything you buy?